Welcome to U.S. Citizenship Civics Test Preparation. Chapter 9, A New Government and an Expanding Nation. After winning independence, the United States faced a new challenge: how to build a strong government and manage a rapidly growing nation. In this video, we'll explore the Constitution, westward expansion, conflicts with Native Americans and Mexico, and the events that moved America toward the Civil War. The Declaration of Independence was adopted in 1776, but after the Revolutionary War, many Americans were unhappy with how the country was being governed. The states often disagreed over trade, taxes, and other laws. Leaders including George Washington, Alexander Hamilton, and James Madison believed the United States needed a stronger national government. In 1787, representatives from all 13 original states gathered in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, for the Constitutional Convention. At this historic meeting, the founders wrote the United States Constitution, creating a new framework for the nation's government. Not everyone supported the new Constitution. To convince Americans to approve it, James Madison, Alexander Hamilton, and John Jay wrote 85 essays, known as the Federalist Papers. Published in newspapers, these essays explained why the Constitution would create a stronger and more effective government. After enough states approved the Constitution, the United States officially created its new government. George Washington became the nation's first president, serving from 1789 to 1797. Because of his leadership during both the Revolutionary War and the early years of the nation, he is remembered as the father of our country. When the Constitution was written, the United States had only 13 states along the East Coast. The nation also claimed the land between the original states and the Mississippi River. However, more than 600,000 Native Americans already lived there. Native American tribes had called this land home for thousands of years and did not agree with the U.S. claim. These disagreements led to many conflicts and wars during the 1800s. In 1803, the United States purchased the Louisiana Territory from France. France sold the land because it needed money to fight wars in Europe. The purchase nearly doubled the size of the United States, adding a vast region stretching from the Mississippi River to the Rocky Mountains. After the Louisiana Purchase, thousands of Americans moved west to settle new lands. As more settlers arrived, conflicts with Native American tribes increased because many tribes were forced from lands they had lived on for generations. One of the saddest events in American history was the Trail of Tears. Between the 1830s and 1850s, 5 Native American nations, the Cherokee, Muskogee, Seminole, Chickasaw, and Choctaw, were forced to leave their homes and move west into the Louisiana Territory. Thousands died from disease, hunger, and exhaustion during the journey. Throughout the 1800s, continued westward expansion forced many more Native Americans from their ancestral lands. Native Americans are also called American Indians. Today, there are more than 500 federally recognized American Indian tribes in the United States. Some well-known tribes include the Cherokee, Navajo, Sioux, Chippewa, Choctaw, Pueblo, Apache, Iroquois, Creek, Blackfeet, Seminole, Cheyenne, Arawak, Shawnee, Mohegan, Huron, Oneida, Lakota, Crow, Teton, Hopi, and Inuit. Each tribe has its own unique culture, language, traditions, and history. Texas was originally part of Mexico. After winning its independence in 1836, Texas became its own country. In 1845, Texas joined the United States as the 28th state. Mexico still claimed Texas and wanted it returned, creating tensions between the two countries. In 1846, the United States and Mexico went to war over Texas and other southwestern lands. This conflict became known as the Mexican-American War. The United States won the war in 1848. In the peace treaty, Mexico recognized Texas as part of the United States and sold its southwestern territories to the U.S. This land later became the states of California, Nevada, and Utah, and parts of Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, and Wyoming. Today, California, Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas all share a border with Mexico. The Mexican-American War was only one of several important wars fought by the United States during the 1800s. Other major conflicts included the War of 1812, the Civil War, the Spanish-American War. Each played an important role in shaping the nation's history. In 1850, California became the 31st state, becoming the first state on the Pacific Ocean. By 1860, the United States had 33 states. The nation now stretched from the Atlantic Ocean in the east to the Pacific Ocean in the west, and claimed nearly all the land between Canada and Mexico that makes up today's contiguous 48 states. As the nation expanded, new challenges emerged. Conflicts continued with Native Americans and with Mexico, but disagreements also grew among Americans themselves. The biggest issue was slavery, especially in the South and in the Western territories. Other important issues included states' rights and economic differences. These growing disagreements eventually led to the American Civil War. Let's review the major events. 1787. The Constitution was written at the Constitutional Convention. The Federalist Papers helped win support for the new Constitution. 1789. George Washington became the first president. 1803, the Louisiana Purchase nearly doubled the nation's size. 1830s to 1850s, the Trail of Tears forced thousands of Native Americans from their homes. 1845, Texas became the 28th state. 1846 to 1848, the United States won the Mexican-American War and gained vast southwestern lands. 1850, California became the first Pacific Coast state. 1860, the nation had expanded to 33 states, stretching from the Atlantic to the Pacific. If you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe.